All right, you guys. Awesome. We are good to go. All right, you guys, welcome to Team FitFluence. I think we've got probably a number of other teams too. I can't keep track of everybody's team name, but I am so happy that we have all of you joining us tonight to go over our Getting Started Right call. Basically, the interview process that you should be going through with your new coach. And I know some have not gone through it. Maybe they got involved with the business and didn't have a coach necessarily that was as active and got them in, or you kind of just took off on your own and things got carried away and this process wasn't followed through with. So my goal is that everybody gets to have a Getting Started Right interview, and as our team grows, we're going to likely do them in groups like this. Unless your team is relatively small and you're able to do these one-on-one. That way you can really share and collaborate on goals and talk through them and help your new coach set those goals. So I'm going to go through it. I'm actually going to pull it up. So I'm going to screen share my computer for you guys. And I'm going to do my best to keep it pretty short and sweet. But I also want to make sure that this is interactive. So if you guys have questions, I really want to recommend that you unmute yourself and just start shouting, and if not, then maybe just pop on the chat if I get carried away and I don't notice that anyone's trying to interrupt me. So I want everyone to be involved, because that way we can get the synergy. You guys aren't just hearing me talk, because I hear myself talk all day, especially harping at kids. So I love to hear other people's beautiful voices. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the Getting Started Right guide, just so you guys know what you're looking at. With any luck, everybody is looking at this right now. So hold on here. Let's see what happened to mine. Okay. Share screen. All right, you guys see it? Thumbs up? Okay, cool. So here is our business quick start. So basically it's a 2-page PDF, and where you can find it, I'm going to show you. You're going to go to your coach online office, and you are going to go to start here, and you're going to go down to how to get started. And then this is what you get actually when you first become a coach. You get this nice letter from the CEO welcoming you as a Beachbody coach and all that warm and fuzzies, and makes you really kind of feel like you're a part of a community. And as cheesy as it kind of sounds, it actually is a feel-good email because it does feel personal and gets you kind of jazzed about being a part of this. But this is the basics of what you want to accomplish being a new coach. So if you're kind of a go-getter, feel free to just kind of jump in and go full-fledged. Like, you don't have to have your hand held by your coach. But if you do need that guidance and you like to kind of walk along with your coach, or maybe you like to skip, or maybe you like to jog or sprint, then make sure you inform your coach that that's what you want, right? Or tell me or somebody in the organization that, hey, here's the deal. I need to be this by then, and so tell me what I need to do. And if you are just going to enjoy this and kind of get your feet wet and understand it, then this is a great place to start. But number one is to complete the business quick start guide, and that is right here. And it's a PDF. So when you click on it, if this thing goes away, I can go back to it. I don't know why it won't go up. Go away, go away. I'm trying to go and grab it now. It won't let me because this thing's in the way. Oh, I can move it. Sweet. Okay. So everybody see that? Okay. So this is what is important to know. In number one is your coach ID. Okay, that is basically like your social security number. You are going to need your coach ID number when you contact Coach Relations for anything, whether you're changing your Shakeology order, you have an inquiry about anything, you've got a new coach that you're signing up, or a customer, and they want to know, well, what's your coach ID so I can make sure that you get the credit or that I enroll in your organization. You need to know what that is, so fill it out right here. This is interactive, so you can type through it, okay? You also want to know what your websites are. So as you enroll, you set up a username. And so I always just recommend using your first and last name. If you are branding yourself, or you're an entity of some sort and you own a fitness business or something, Go for it, get creative. We all likely have our username. You can change it, but I suggest that once you get your username set up, stick with it, okay? Don't change it because then if somebody has an old link, it won't work. So you have 3 websites, which is the coolest part of what we have available to us because there's so much information. And for the $15.95 that we pay, those 3 websites are invaluable. And so you have your beachbodycoach.com, your Shakeology.com, and the myultimatereset.com. And then everything ends with your username, okay? So that could be a short link that you send to somebody if they're just interested in information about Shakeology, if they want to know more about the Ultimate Reset, or just coaching in general, okay? Make sure you know your support team. Who is your sponsoring coach? That should be probably a no-brainer, right? Who's your diamond coach? It might be the one that enrolled you in the business, or it might be somebody up above them. And also your star diamond coach. I may be your star diamond coach, so make sure you have my information. And I want to make sure if you have a pen and paper, I'm going to give you my cell phone number right now, okay? So if you're ready to write it down, it's 206-979-4408. Now, the reason why I'm giving it to you is because you're important to me. I want to be available to you if you need me, okay? If you have another Star Diamond coach, awesome, connect with them. I'm an extra layer of support for you. I'm an extra layer of accountability and an extra resource for you. So text messages are probably the best for me. Just phone calls get tough, especially if I'm at home with my kids. Those of you that don't know me really quick, I have 4 kids, and they range from 9 years old down to 3 months old, and they're awesome. Life is crazy. We just moved, and so it's a little nutty right now, but that's probably the one thing that I enjoy most, is that I've got this business to look forward to, and I can't wait to see what it does for you, because you guys, if you just could understand the potential behind this business, it will blow your mind. I've been in this organization for 8 years now, and I have learned so much. I've tripped, I have fallen, I have made mistakes, I've gotten back up, I've fallen again, and I continue to learn every single day. And it's all this information that we're going through tonight, these really vital beginning steps, is truly the foundation of getting your business going and really starting to enjoy it. But also it sets the tone for your business and what you can expect in the future as you start to enroll new coaches, okay? So you've got your support team, and then coach relations. I say plug that into your phone, okay? Plug it into your phone and have that number handy, because you might be out and about and have a problem and need to call them, okay? Can I just ask if you guys could mute yourselves? That would be really, really great. The phone number again is 206-979-4408. That is my personal cell phone. You guys now have it. Don't go broadcast it across the internet. I am trusting you. Not like it's sacred or anything, but it is something important that I want you guys to have. So if you guys need it again, just let me know. But thank you if you guys muted yourselves. I appreciate it. I do want to make sure that we get engagement going. So there certainly will be a time for that. Okay, section 2, pretty straightforward, you guys. These are the social media that you can stay connected, following them on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. And then the national wake-up call. I really want to make sure you guys have this on your calendar. It should literally be plugged into your phone and on your calendar, that you either listen live at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Monday, or you go back for the recording. Also, if you are an iPhone user, you can go into iTunes and download the podcast, and it uploads. It's usually not up until Tuesday. So that's the day that I listen to the National Coach Call generally, and I get all the little nuggets. They're great ways to start your week. So if you catch them live, or you can get the playback just afterwards, awesome material, you guys. And I really want you to get in the habit of doing that, because coaches that are building their business and are seeing evolution in it and seeing their paychecks increase and their rank advance and their team grow are plugging into these calls, okay? They're literally under 30 minutes. And a little tip is, if you're short on time and you catch the playback, you can always fast forward a little bit. And so you skip the recognition and the beginning announcements and get to the meat of it. So the meat of it's usually anywhere from about 12 to 20 minutes, okay? So just a little insider tip. Don't tell anyone I told you that. Okay, so let's talk about setting up your business. This is really, really important because it's really the beginning thing that you are required to do to set your business up as an active coach, and especially if you want to get any Success Club leads, if you hit Success Club 5, which we'll talk about, and also as you rank advance, you need to make sure you're set up your website. And it's really easy to do that. And you can click on the video. This PDF is clickable. So you can click on it. It'll show you step by step on how to do that, okay? Because we're not going to go through that right now, just so we can get through the meat of it, which is on the second page, which is really where I want to spend the time. But the cool thing is, as you go through this guide, you can click off these little boxes to say that you've done it. So if you have to come back and do it, then you know that you can come back. Because this is called the 7-day business quick start. And what's kind of fancy about that is there's really 7 things. So you can take day 1 and fill out your coach information, come back day 2 and go through social media. But you can really get through this in about 30 minutes, you guys. So I really encourage you to get going and stick with it. So setting up your business, your website, how to navigate the coach office, and there's a little short video that walks you through that as well. But what I want to encourage you guys is to come and spend time back here and understand what these drop-down menus are. This should be built into your business as a new coach. Maybe about 5 minutes within your power hour is to come through and go and look at all of this stuff, okay? We're looking at my my second business center, so you guys might be looking at it going, wow, she really needs to do some work. But this is where you should be spending about 5 minutes every day during your power hour when you're working your Beachbody business to understand what some of these things mean, okay? Where to find your orders, where to find your commissions, what you qualify, your Success Club points for the week or the day or the month, but most importantly, your preferred placement, okay? So that you'll get to as well. And you will want to talk about your preferred placement as you're starting to grow your business. So the value of the Team Beachbody Club, which in other words is basically our Beachbody On Demand now. That is probably the biggest feature to our club membership if you're not too familiar with it yet. I'll give you the quick skinny on it. Beachbody On Demand now is the biggest ticket on the market right now. Everybody's streaming everything. No more DVDs. No more VHS. I mean, who still has those? If you do, you are awesome. And I want to see proof. because I think that could be like vintage and could be worth a lot of money. But the club is huge. So every coach is encouraged to be a club member. If you want to be an Emerald coach, which is our first rank advancement, you are required to be a club member in order to get leads and to be an active Emerald coach. But you want the club membership because that's how you can stream your workouts. And it's so rad. It is the coolest feature. You can take it on your smartphone. Now that we have a cool app, there's a Beachbody On Demand app now, you guys. So go into your app store and download it. It's free. And you just log yourself in and boom, you've got all your workouts that you've purchased and you can take it anywhere. iPad, I apologize, I don't know if it's on the Android. I have an iPhone. I'm an Apple user. So if anyone is a Droid user and wants to comment, if it's on there, that would be super great. But it's such a great feature, okay? So learn a little bit more about the club. So one thing I do tell all my new coaches is I'm gonna walk through this with you and I'm gonna hold your hand as much as you need, but I also do require you to take a little ownership of your business. So you are now a business owner, which is the coolest thing. We are business owners. We are in control of our own destiny. But the thing is, we are in control, right? So just because I signed up underneath my friend Kate, she's not responsible for my business. She's not responsible for my success. She's not responsible for being on my case every day about making sure I'm doing my power hour or my homework, okay? So that's on you. That's on us because we're the only ones that are in control of building our business. We are business owners. We don't own, nobody else owns our business but ourselves. So that's why I do encourage you to kind of say, here's where it is. I want you to go do a little bit of research and go resource it, okay? I I want to talk about, before I go into number 4, I want to talk about the 4 vital behaviors because it's evolved from the 3 vital behaviors. If you guys are just seeing this for the first time in a while and going, wow, it's 4, where did the 4th one come from? It's kind of a really critical piece that's been added to, which I really appreciate now. But this is what I'm telling you guys that coaches are doing every single day. Those superstar diamond coaches that have like 20,000 plus followers on Instagram or whatever social media forum, they're doing this every day. We're inviting. We are being the proof that the product works. We are doing our personal development. And I'll tell you, if you're not doing your personal development, you guys, your business is going to flatline. I promise you that, because I can attest to it that when my business fails to be productive in seeing new customers, Success Club points, coaches, I'm not doing my personal development. And it's something that I definitely need to work on all the time because it's probably the first thing to go. But it's really, really important. The National Coach Call, the Success tab, which is part of our business service fee each month, is a great feature. And I'm going to show you really quick. If you just go right over here in your back office, it is right here on the far right. That is where a great resource for you to get a ton of personal development. But there's lots of really great books that you should look into that you will just kind of pick off, and you can talk about that with your coach on their biggest recommendation. But last thing is to recognize your successes, recognize that of any of your customers' successes, and recognize that of any of your teammates' successes, all right? I think everybody loves to be recognized and loves a little pat on the back and a little, hey, you're doing great, regardless of what it is. So I love that the recognition piece is now part of the vital behaviors. I am working harder to recognize those of you that are working your tails off because you guys are really doing great things. And, 3 of you are on this call right now, Andy, Christine, and Dawn, with what you guys are doing with that New Wave community is just incredible. So a big round of applause to you guys because that's taught me a lot and got me re-engaged on a few things that I was falling short on. But you guys just goes to show we all come together, we collaborate, and we share a lot of really, really great things. So let's move on. Number 4 is to create an action plan. You want to complete the next page that we're going to get to here shortly. And when you do, you're going to do a little check mark. Okay? So how do you start thinking about how you grow your business? Well, you're going to use a memory jogger, which is a little PDF. If you click on it, it's going to pop up and it's going to give you a list of a whole bunch of examples of people. Your hairdresser, your nail person, your UPS guy, your mail person, your high school teacher, your elementary teacher, your high school friends, your college friends, your coworkers, your distant relatives, the list goes on and on and on. So if you're just starting and you're like, I have nobody to talk to. Well, I can tell you that if you just start with simply looking at your Facebook friends, you probably have maybe over 100. That's a good place to start. All right. If you don't want to start with your family and friends. Another thing is this handy little feature we all have on our mobile devices. It is called, I'm going to show you. You guys your minds are going to be blown right now. Watch. It's called your contacts, right? Look at this. If you open your Adam. If you open your contacts and you start scrolling, oh my goodness, look at all those people. Not that you're going to go and start contacting all those people, right? But hey, if you're kind of it's a memory jogger, like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to Bob in a long time. Wow, how about Brenda? Wow, I should connect with her again. These are ways that you're going to start generating conversations because we have this process that's called form. It's basically just talking to people again. Oh, can you imagine that? Like talking. You're having a conversation. Like, what's that? But that's what we do, you guys. Start engaging with people, and that's what you need to start doing first and foremost. We're not telling you to come out of the gates and say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, you want to buy the challenge pack from me because you can now, or drink Shakeology and I'm going to stuff it down your throat. Like, no, that's not what we do. We talk, we communicate, we share a story, we make people aware about what we're doing, and we have some really great ways to do that effectively so you don't sabotage yourself on Facebook or Instagram, whichever your social media preference is, okay? And then you're going to have a contact list. So after you've downloaded that memory jogger, and maybe you don't need that memory jogger, but it's just there as a resource, especially as you maybe go through your warm market. You might be like, who else can I talk to? Go back to the memory jogger. But you should have a contact list. I don't care if it's written down on your phone in your notes section, if you use an online format of some sort, or an Excel spreadsheet, or a good old-fashioned pen and paper. You need to start writing down names. And the first order of business is to start writing names down, and write them down now. Not at this very second, but start writing them down as you get going in your business. Because if you don't have anybody to talk to, you can't expect your business to grow. People do need you, but they also need to know that you care about them and that it is about them instead of being self-serving. And when people know that you are living the lifestyle and you're having fun with it and you're sharing your journey and you're being genuine, guarantee they're going to want to be a part of that. Everybody wants to be a part of good energy. Everybody wants to be a part of something, especially when it's as cool as what we have with our Beachbody business. And when we run fun challenge groups and we've got a good group of people, everybody wants to be a part of something cool, right? I mean, we all did, because look, we're all sitting on this call. We wanted to be a part of this business because it's cool. And because somebody told us that we were good enough to do it and that we would be amazing, so we're here. And that's exactly what you're going to talk to people about, especially as you start to identify what their goals and their needs are, okay? As a new coach and a seasoned coach, I don't care how long you've been in the business, whether it's been a day or hours or you've been in for years, we always need to be engaged in training, okay? So make sure you're a part of my team page, Team FitFluence. If you're not, just another great resource. Always dumping information in there. There's always trainings or there's invitations for things coming up. The first one being this week that Carla and Dana are running is a live sneak peek. The first one that we've done, because customarily we've done a 5-day sneak peek every month on a private Facebook group, but we're trying something different this month, and Carla and Dana are going to lead it. So if you have people or you're brand new and you're like, hey, I kind of want to see how people are presenting and talking about the business just so I can build confidence, make sure you plug into that, okay? So that's going to be on our Team FitFluence page. So be sure to go invite yourself to that invitation. It's on there for you. But go through the coach basics, the participation guide. It is clicked here on the PDF, and you can go through and you can start to kind of digest a lot of the information. And again, it's going to be repetitive, where you can find things, what you should be doing out of the gates first and foremost, right? Go through the coach back office that I showed you, right? And go to news and training. That is this tab right here next to your success tab, and just play around. This is what I was telling you. You should be spending 5 minutes within your power hour going through this back office and getting yourself acquainted with it, but no more than 5 minutes, because then it starts to kind of take away from the activities that you should be doing, and we're going to talk about those here in a minute, okay? So back to the star guys. Everybody doing okay? Any questions? Anything that do I need to slow down? Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Danny. Welcome, Danny.
Hi.
We got a new coach on the call. This is awesome. All right, back to it. So coach training, the leadership ladder. All right, I'm actually in the works with Carla and some other coaches. We're going to put a leadership ladder training together. But this is, I want you guys to understand what it is. So again, go to your coach office, news and training, and it gives you exactly where to go and get it. You need to start doing your homework as to what Success Club means, what the first rank advancement is, what's a success starter, a business starter. All those things are in that under the leadership ladder, and that's something that you'll want to start getting yourself acquainted with, okay? In addition to training is to attend any events that you can. Obviously, our big annual event of the year is our Coach Summit, and that is every year in July. It's in Nashville this year, and as they go all out, you guys, like bananas. Last year was 25,000 people in Nashville, Tennessee. This year, they probably expect, I don't know, I think 30. I think they capped it at 30. It's been sold out. If you missed out, make sure you get on the waiting list or keep your ear out. People are going to start unloading their summit tickets as events come up that they get conflicted and they have to sell them. You do not want to miss this. I don't care how new you are. It is such a great event. and it's a tax write-off. Okay, I'm not an accountant, so there's my caveat, but it's a great business tax write-off. All right, and it's such a blast. So Summit is this July. I think the dates are the 28th through the 31st, I want to say. But you can go to coachsummit2016.com and you can go get yourself on the wait list if you don't have a ticket. Our quarterly events are Super Saturday events. So everybody write on your calendar, if you haven't already, April 2nd. That is our next Super Saturday event. And it is in every major market and some smaller markets as well. Otherwise, you have the opportunity to get it live streaming from a corporate or a bigger market. If you are in a small rural town, don't have one, or you can host one yourself. Even if you have like 3 people sitting on your couch, you can host one. So make sure you go into your Coach Online office, go into the event tab. I'm going to show you where that is. Right? News and training. You're going to go to events. You're going to come on down here to Super Saturday. Look at how great this is. Oh, it tells you right there, April 2nd. How great is that? What is it? Well, there you go. When is it? April 2nd. Want to attend an event? Why don't you find out where their one is? Right? So they have a list of where all the executives are going to be. So if you were in any of these markets, try and get to them. Ooh, Phoenix. I'm going to Phoenix on Thursday and flying back on April 2nd. And I just saw that Autumn is going to be there. Dang it. But look at how cool. All these great events. These are just where some of the corporate people are going. So make sure you go to the interactive map and you can see where there's one being hosted near you. You guys, these are great events, and there's coaches that are sharing specific nuggets on what they're doing. There is moving stories of how people have transformed themselves physically and mentally and professionally, and they are so worth listening to because it will fire you up. All right, if you're a new coach and you're like, okay, I don't really know what I got into, you will know as soon as you go into one of those events. They are incredible. So I highly recommend that you attend the Super Saturday events at a minimum if you can't get to Summit in July, okay? So make sure you go check those out. Write them on your calendar. They're every 90 days, all right? And they're such a blast. All right, let's get to the good part. First of all, any questions? I'm just going to check the chat thing really quick. This is awesome. Thanks. Love you, Christine. Hey, Kelly. Thanks for the notes, guys. Okay, so let's get into the good part. The coach action plan. So if you guys recall, I talked up here on number 4, create an action plan. This is where the pen hits the paper, if you will, okay? You're going to write out everything that is meaningful to you and what you want to get out of this. This is where you really kind of spend the time to peel back the onion and understand what your deep-rooted why is and what you want to accomplish, and we help you set those goals. We help you set 30, 60, 90-day goals, 6-month goals, 9-month goals, and then we work on refining those and kind of reverse engineering those, if you will. So you're going to maybe not so much have a success partner right now, but you may down the road, okay? I know Dawn and Christine are success partners, and you might wonder, well, what is a success partner? Do I need one? You probably might want one. As you start to get your feet wet and you kind of feel comfortable and you really want to bounce ideas off someone, not right off the bat. You don't need one. You need to spend the time to get yourself focused, understand even what you're doing, how to start talking to people, and then as you start to build your business and want to collaborate with somebody, then you will. So a success partner is somebody that is not in your organization. So they don't necessarily affect your business. Some people have upline, downline, sideline, that's fine. It's really someone that you resonate with, that you have similar energy to, similar goals, personalities, but someone that's going to drive you and push you, not someone that's going to, hey, you know what, I woke up, it's Monday, I don't feel like working out. It's like, no, you're going to get your butt out of bed and you're going to go push play right now because I'm going to text you, and if you don't, then I'm going to call you on it. So you want somebody that's going to push you, and that's what the great thing about a success partner is you have that kind of common ground that you're going to do the same for them. So that's what a success partner is in a nutshell. Your why. This I want you to spend some time on, okay? I don't want you to just say, oh, I want to be a Beachbody coach so I can help other people. Well, I mean, we all want to help other people, right? And if that genuinely is what you want to do is help other people, awesome. But what would that mean? What does that mean to you if you could help other people? Okay, so this is where I'm going to call on one person. So if there is a volunteer out there that wants to unmute themselves, then I would love to have you guys share a why. So anybody, if you want to unmute yourself, will you please share what your why is?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll play. All right. I am a Beachbody coach.
Well, you got to introduce yourself first.
Oh, sorry. You guys don't all know me? What? I'm just kidding. You shouldn't know me. I'm Christine. I'm like way down towards the bottom of Taryn's little leg. But I am a lifetime diamond coach, but right now I'm currently sitting at Emerald. And I am a Beachbody coach because I know what it's like to struggle and feel defeated and feel lost. I know what it's like to fail over and over again. I became a coach because the 21-day fix changed my life. It helped me address eating issues and health issues. And I became a coach because my coach helped me. I needed support and I needed accountability, and that's what she gave me. So I became a coach because I felt like no one deserved to feel the way that I felt, just hopeless. I feel like everyone deserves to feel the way I feel now. I feel like everyone should have joy and success and victory, and that's my goal. I just want to share my joy, and that is why I'm a Beachbody coach.
I love it. I love it. I don't know what else to say, but I love it. Thank you for sharing. I thought I heard somebody else say something. My success partner is the best. That's Dawn. Awesome. So anybody else feel like they want to share their why, particularly maybe a brand new coach? Anybody?
Yeah, this is Mike Bourgeois. I'm a new coach along with my wife Kayla Bourgeois. We got started under Dawn.
Yay! Welcome.
And no, thank you. Well, just kind of coming kind of from an athletic kind of background, I'm a soccer player my whole life. Love sports, love being active and everything. I've just becoming a coach, just the knowledge of just absorbing everything that Beachbody's taught me, my wife has learned, and she's taught me. I mean, she takes health and fitness and for school, so she's done that, and business and psychology and stuff. So like, she has taught me a lot, as well as learning from Dawn, as well as some of the things that she's been posting and in her videos. And the big why is because the fact that I see a lot of people struggling in their lives with a lot of different issues, and a lot of the issues come down to their activity and what they're doing and what they're consuming. And being a youth pastor, you have to understand of what you consume yourself with is what you become. And if you consume yourself with good things and you consume yourself with wholesome things, then you'll be a product of that. So I've really wanted to, I've seen this and I wanted to join in because it's really feeling like being able to get new fitness aspects and being able to tell people about it and inspire and just motivate. So that's my big why, just trying to get the word out that there's so much more out there that can benefit people.
You couldn't be more spot on. And that is awesome. I mean, I had little goosebumps and the hairs were all going up on my arm. What a great thing to share. And I mean, you guys, we have a gift. We all have a gift, and there's a reason why we're here. I really truly believe that we are all here for a greater purpose, and that's to help inspire and share and be influential in somebody else's life, right? So I really want to encourage you guys on this piece is to actually go through and understand what your why is. Like, what's important to you? What would it really mean if you helped change somebody's life? What would it really mean if you made an impact on somebody's life and that got them to get off their butts or get off medication or finally lose weight? Because we have so many solutions. I mean, like it's endless what we have for everybody all across the board. So I want you to spend some time. I want you to write this down, and I want you to keep it close to you. I want you to read it often, and I want you to share it with your sponsor and make sure that they know, because when times get tough in this business, which they may, okay, it's not always, rainbows and unicorns. It's tough times. We run a business, and business owners have to struggle sometimes. And I think the struggle is where that business really starts to hit the road and take off. So embrace the struggle. And that's why we have these whys. So you can go back and review them and go, this is why I'm doing it. Yeah, it sucks right now. Maybe it's a little bit hard, but I'm doing this because it's not about me and the poor me thing, right? So make sure you go and write that why down. So let's talk about setting your goals, all right? So we go through month 1 and what we hope for and what we can expect out of a coach in 30 days if you do everything that we guide you to do. And that's going through your power hour. That's reaching out to people every day. That's setting in your calendar. So let's talk about kind of what the power hour is really quick, because I think that'll help form how you can work towards your goals, okay? Power hour is basically the time that you are available to work with your Beachbody business. And from some, it's maybe an hour. So let's use that as an example. If yours is half an hour, great. 45 minutes, great. 20 minutes, fine. And even if it's broken up throughout the day, if you've got a busy schedule, whatever it is, you are going to take incremental times throughout your Beachbody schedule, and you're going to plug in business building activities in those minutes. So we do a live power hour every month, and it's usually the very beginning of the month. So it'll follow the weekend after Easter. It will be that first Monday. I think it's the 4th. So that's a really great one to be a part of. And we literally set a timer, and I post activities, 10 activities, and we all are doing them. Everybody's posting and talking about what they're doing, but we actually set the timer and we get to work. So an example will be reach out to 5 new people and go send them a friend request, and somebody that you're not mutual friends with another Beachbody coach, and then come back and comment when you're done. So if you're sitting in your power hour and you have an hour to sit down on your computer, you're going to set a timer, for instance, and say, okay, I have 10 minutes. I'm going to go reach out to 5 new people, because that's going to be new people you're going to start communicating with and having a dialogue with, right? And then you're going to set a timer, and you're going to go send a message to somebody, to maybe 3 people. You're going to set a timer for 5 minutes, and you're going to go send a message to 3 people. And it's just going to be a, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Or maybe you saw somebody post something on Facebook, and you're going to go and send them a message and be specific to that actual post. Like, hey, gosh, I just saw that, got a flat tire. Is everything okay? Were you able to get your car fixed? Did you miss out on anything that day? Or, God, isn't that a bummer? Just become present in their life, all right? And make sure that they know that you care. And so that's basically what we start in our power hour. And so you're doing business building activities within that hour, and you're setting a time limit to them. And in that hour, you've got 5 minutes, of course, dedicated to your back office, so you can get yourself some training. Maybe you've got 10 minutes built in there that's going to be your personal development, that you're catching up on the National Coach Call, or you're going to listen to 10 minutes of your personal development audio, or 10 minutes of reading, okay? You're going to maybe have 5 minutes that you're going to follow up with 5 people, or you're going to, you're going to create your Facebook posts for the next week, and that takes you 10 minutes. So those are kind of the activities, because what that happens when you start doing that every single day, or every time you sit down to do your Beachbody business, because, maybe it's not every day. Maybe you just are able to commit to 3 to 4 times a week. But as you do this consistently, and you show up every day, and you show up in your business, and you show up with those 4 vital behaviors, right? You invite people, you're a product of the product, and you're talking about it, right? You're doing your personal development, and you're recognizing either yourself in your accomplishments, somebody you're working with, a customer that maybe you don't know them, but you're sharing somebody else's success, because you're recognizing that people love recognition. That's how your business starts to snowball. So this goal setting right here, our goal for every new coach is to qualify for Success Starters. And what that means is in your first month of business is that you hit Success Club 5. Okay, and what does it mean to hit Success Club 5? Basically, you helped 3 people get started with a challenge pack of their choice. And Success Club basically is the recognition system that we have. It helps, gets you free trips. You can earn a free ticket to Summit. A lot of people are coming off the Beachbody cruise just this last week, and most of them got an all expense paid trip, and it was a beautiful cruise. I went on one a couple of years ago and loved it. So those are things that you want to work towards and earning, because talk about recognition. To tell your friends that you got an all expense paid trip, and the next one in 2017 is to Punta Cana, and you should be on the wait list. Everybody should. But the Success Club, everything, all the recognition and the bonuses, the leads is part of our Success Club program. Okay, so you help 3 people, and you started with a challenge pack, and somebody wants the success that you've started, they're going to do what you do. Okay, so Success Club 5 at a minimum is our goal for you in the first 30 days. Okay, and then as a result, that's going to pay for your product. It's going to pay for your challenge pack that you just purchased when you first signed up, because 3 people is going to equate to bonus checks that are going to result in paying for your challenge pack. Okay, and then with any luck, those 3 people, maybe 2 of them decide they want to be coaches. And what happens to that? Then you become an Emerald coach. All right, and that's where we talked about that preferred placement. You have 1 coach on your left leg, 1 on your right, and they're both active with the challenge pack, and you are now an Emerald coach. That's our first rank advancement, and it is the coolest thing, because we all celebrate and do a happy dance for you. But that's just the start, you guys, and it just really gets fun from there. If you have other goals for your first 30 days, then we write them down there. So not only do we talk about business goals, but I really want to know what your physical goals are, because if we aren't working on ourselves, we can't expect other people to trust us and to relate to us, right? So even if you are at your goal weight or at your goal body fat or at your whatever your physical goal is, you're always a work in progress. So maybe there's something you want to refine, something you want to change, or maybe you do have quite a bit of weight to lose. People want to know about that because they're inspired. So I always want to make sure that this other includes what your physical goals are for the next 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, so next month, we're doing the same thing. You're going to hit Success Club again. Maybe it's 10 this time. Maybe you've helped 6 people. Okay, and so there's 3 new people every month, and that's going to help you hit Success Club every single month, right? That's going to help you pay for your Shakeology every month. But as you start to help other people, you run challenge groups, you're going to start to hit your profit mode. So that's when you start making money, right? So now you've had your Shakeology paid for, your club memberships paid for, which, that's every 90 days. So maybe you put that as a goal at your end of your month 3. But you got your Shakeology paid for, and you have your business service fees. That $15.95 is paid for. Now you're like, whoa, I just got, an extra $50 this week. That's pretty cool. What should I do? Maybe I'm going to stash it away because I have a credit card I need to pay off, or I want to start contributing to our mortgage, or that's going to be our family fund money. That's how we're going to pay to go on vacation. Okay, so that's what we start thinking about and what are important to you in month 1, 2, and 3. But that's really where we want to focus, you guys, is short term and long term. What can we do and keep you focused, laser focused? Okay, and so these little activities here on the second part of the page is what's going to help connect those. So connecting your goals to your why. Achieving these goals will impact my business and personal life by blank. Okay, so I want you to fill that out. How will that be impactful to you? If you are able to you're able to pay for your own Shakeology, what would that mean? That would mean that you aren't coming out of pocket, $100 every month for Shakeology. $100 every month could be something pretty pricey to somebody. But if it's a wash, that could be pretty impactful, because that means that you're not only taking care of yourself and your own health, but you're not having to pay for it, right? Defining your daily activities. So who wants to give an example of some daily activities that they did today? Just kind of give a little glimpse into your power hour. Who's willing to share what that is? Anybody? Somebody better volunteer before I start popping on here. And let's see. I look at all these eyeballs. Oh,
Hey, Taryn.
don't pick me. Yes,
Hey, it's Karen. How you doing, darling?
Karen. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'll share what I do during my power hour.
Love
I'm
it.
sorry I'm not on video. It's because I'm still running around right now.
That's okay.
So the video's off. For my power hour, first I answer emails from my team. Then I add 3 new people, which in my case means I delete 3 people as well because Facebook has limits. I check in with all of my challengers. Sometimes it's a phone call, sometimes it's an email. It depends on what their preference is. I go into my back office. I go in my back office 3 times a day just to get an idea of where everyone's at, to stay on top of anything cutting edge. I look for any coaches that are inactive, and I try to reach out to them just to make sure that we touch base. I try to touch base with all my coaches once a week. And my personal development reading. I do that every single morning, first thing. So that's kind of what my power hour kind of looks like. Follow-ups, reaching out to coaches and to potential clients, inviting to my challenge group. I have a standing group that's always open, and I'm always adding people in there. And the only requirement for them to get into that group is that they sign up on Team Beachbody and have me as their coach. That's the only requirement to get into the group. So I'm constantly trying to add people in there.
Awesome. Well, Karen, you're an incredible example because I know we have Danny on the call with us, right? He's one of your brand new coaches. So Karen's actions, her daily activities, her business building activities are snowballing and helping grow her business. So this is why we really, really encourage you guys to go through this and do these exercises. Okay. Thanks so much, Karen, for sharing. I love that you did. I loved hearing your voice. I miss you. Okay. So when you carry on that daily activity, we want you to think about what these will help you do. Are they building your social media brand? Are they building your confidence? Is it building your business? Well, duh, that should be kind of a no-brainer. But all these things are starting to, I really like to focus on the fact that we're building your brand, right? So you are building a brand on social media. And I love social media, and I love talking about social media. And I have a social media boot camp that I can make sure you guys get tapped into if you need to learn how to use social media, like very basic stuff. But that comes later. But you are building a brand on social media, whether you know it or not, and it's all about the approach. And so as you are doing these things, reaching out, talking to people, having conversations, being in their life, caring and sharing and all that good stuff, people come to start to see you and think of you first as their fitness and nutrition expert, whether you think you're an expert or not. But it's really kind of cool how it starts to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Justin just reached out to me because he thinks I'm his go-to for fitness or his go-to for nutrition. Like, that's kind of cool. And you don't have to pretend that you know everything. Like, please don't pretend that you know everything, because then you're not relatable anymore. Right? So you may have the experience like Karen does, the personal trainer. She has a wealth of information with nutrition and obviously fitness, but many of you don't have that background and that experience. And that is great. That is A-okay. Because you know what? Your people, your community of people that you're influencing are relating to you and what you're going through. And that's why we're sharing. And that's by sharing what we are going through, you're creating your brand. And so that's something that I really encourage you guys to think about for homework, because we talked about your list, but what you want people to think about who you are as a person, okay? And I'm going to ask Dawn, sorry, Dawn, calling you on the floor here, girlfriend, because we just talked about this and Christine already shared, so sorry. But can you talk about your brand that we went through the other day? Like, what you want people to know about you, like who you are as like a personality on social media. Uh-oh. There you go.
Okay, am I there now?
You're there. Beautiful as ever.
Okay, what am I? What did we talk about? I guess on social media, the big things with me is I like to be super consistent. I like people to, they're always going to see that I'm doing some sort of workout of some kind. But the biggest key is how my faith ties into working out. And so what people are going to see is they're going to see me working out, but they're going to see that there's more to it. It's not just because I want like a six pack, which I wouldn't mind having again. But it's more about like the total overall whole wellness piece. And my brand is actually the Pursuit Fitness. So typically, and it ties into scripture. But again, what they're going to see with me consistently is that there will be some sort of faith component in my posts throughout the day. It's usually tied to my fitness component. And then because I found a really fun success partner, we somehow created this crazy dance-off nonsense where we were sort of challenging each other back and forth on Facebook. So we sort of created a presence with the two of us. So now we're like a 2-for-1 deal, which was absurd. And if you watched it, I'm sorry. If you didn't watch it, don't. But yeah, so our presence kind of tied off of each other and bounced off of each other. I don't know. Is that it?
Yes, but I need to delete the part where you said don't watch it because it is. Thank you, Christine. It is hilarious. Like, and that's what the fun of it is that you guys took something and had fun with it, and I was actually looking forward to your next video. Like, I wanted to see what goofy dances you guys were doing, or who was standing on a horse, or like it was entertaining, and it was just about you guys being you. So here's something you guys need to think about, okay? As you're going through and you're trying to think about what your brand is, don't change who you are. You don't become somebody else because you became a Beachbody coach. You are still Dawn that still is military, is a military spouse. And so I had
yeah, and I'm always going to wear a hat and baggy shorts.
See?
Except on the rare occasion that I pull out yoga pants for effect.
Love it. See, but that's the whole point, you guys, is that we want you to be you. You don't have to become somebody else. You don't have to all of a sudden, brand yourself with, certain sports gear, or, you follow maybe a top coach and all of a sudden you try and pretend that you're her or him. That's not you. Like, you don't change because you became a coach. You are you. So let people know who you are and just be vulnerable a little bit. Be willing to share about your life. And that's how your brand develops. So that's what I want you to think about. Like, maybe what 3 things are that you want people to know about you. Okay. So, for me, I am a mom of 4 kids. Obviously I run a fitness and nutrition business. Today I'm not wearing any makeup, and I will let people know that. And you know what? Sometimes I look at myself and go, oh my God, I feel like I can't see my eyes, like, because I don't have mascara on, right? But I don't care, right? Because I don't. I'm not caught up in that. But that's just me, right? And sometimes I'm wildly unorganized, and other times I'm very organized. But I'm real, and I just want people to know that about me. I'll do goofy things, but I also will share what my meals are. I'll do little water challenges. I'll just do stuff that work within my lifestyle. And then I want people to know about me. Okay. So that's what you would need to think about with your brand. Okay. I'm going to speed up a little bit because I want to make sure that we get through all this. Okay. So we talked about the power hour. This is where you will schedule your hours that you're going to work through the week. So if you know, and you need to actually get out your calendar, and I want you to share this with your sponsor, is what your hours are that you're going to work your Beachbody business through the week. So maybe it varies through the week. Maybe Monday it's from 9 to 10 in the morning. Maybe Tuesday it's from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Maybe on Wednesday it's 12 to 1. Or maybe on Thursday it's 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. Whatever it is, write it down so you have it scheduled, and nothing comes into that time. Just like when you're not doing Beachbody, nothing goes into that time. So if you have family time scheduled from 2 till 5 o'clock, you are not doing Beachbody, because you know what? It can wait. Your family is far more important than doing your business. As much as how excited you are, you need to make sure that you set those boundaries for yourself at the very beginning, because it's very easy for things to bleed in and get stuck. Like, for instance, generally this is my family time, but with kids' schedules, my son's at baseball and probably be walking in the door shortly. I generally don't do phone calls, but I knew that I could do this and I planned it out. And so I made it work around my family, and I made up for that family time another time, and also, come bedtime. So know what those are and when you're not available. Okay. So set those boundaries. Identify any potential obstacles. Maybe you have a project due at work and you're not going to be able to commit to anything with Beachbody. Make sure that you're aware of those and you're honest to those. And also things that come up last minute. We never know when our kid's going to get the flu, right? Or you get a phone call from the school because they fell off the monkey bars, or whatever it might be. You get called into work early. So just kind of put some of those little obstacles in the way so how to work around them. And you can talk about how you're going to overcome them, but I don't want you to really spend too much time on that. I just want you to focus more on the important things, the brand that you're creating, what your goals are, what you want to accomplish personally. And then lastly, most importantly, is this last piece, which I don't know if you guys can see this little bar that I'm moving around, but that keeps getting in my way, is schedule what your first challenge group is and go public about it, okay? So if you're brand new, and I always recommend my new coaches to join my challenge group. So like Karen, I have a revolving door. So mine's always going. I communicate with my social media network what my next program is, and I invite people in. I do free challenges all the time because that gets people kind of engaged and interested in what I'm doing. But I have my new coaches invite their people into mine. That way they feel like they've got a partnership and they're not lost in trying to do it all on their own. And then as you start to grow your business and you have maybe, 10 people that are doing the programs with you, that's when you can kind of, take off and go start your own group. But don't feel like you need to start it, especially if you're like, I don't know what to say and do. I'd rather you have somebody show up every day, have content, have synergy, and have all that going than start a group with 3 people and it kind of be like crickets, right? But set that date that you're committing to starting a program from start to finish. Because I tell you guys, these programs work because you start them and you finish them and you follow them as they are told through the workout programs and the nutrition. That's how we are getting results and how people are getting success. When you kind of jump around and do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I can say that because I did it, all right? I was vigilant the very beginning, and I did P90X start to finish 6 times, you guys. 6 times I did it. And then I kind of burnt out and I stepped out and I did CrossFit. Nothing against CrossFit. I loved it. The community was fantastic, but I was not committed to Beachbody workouts, and it showed in my business. All right. When I re-engaged and I started 21-Day Fix from start to finish, I was transparent, you guys. And I told my community that, look, I haven't started and finished a program since P90X. Like, I felt like I was a dinosaur. And I happened to be 9 months pregnant when I started 21-Day Fix and finished it just before my 4th was due. But I was honest with people. I'm transparent, and I want people to know that it's okay to be honest with, you know what, I started one and I kind of petered out 2 weeks into it. So what? You're normal. You go back and you start again when you're ready. But the beauty of these programs is they work when we start and commit to them. And it's so much more fun when you have people to do it with you. So if you're looking for a challenge group or you need that drive or something to look forward to, I personally am starting the 22-minute hardcore workout on April 4th with a whole slew of other people. Some are already in it, and I'm jealous, and I'm trying to close my eyes and not watch what they're doing. But I am chomping at the bit to start it. But we go on spring break. We moved. I knew that we couldn't commit to it. So we're going to start when we get back. And if anyone wants to plug into it and do it with me, and a handful of my friends, my customers, and other coaches would love to have you guys. But you will need to commit to something. Commit to starting and sharing with people when that's going to start, okay? Anybody have any questions about what we just went over in the last hour? I'm going to go to the chat box in case I missed anything. I don't even own any makeup. Love it. Be you, Dawn. Be you. Because you rock those hats. Good. Love it. Cool. Well, hey, you know, you guys, and just to comment on the chats, sorry, I was just catching up on reading them. I will say I follow other coaches that I relate to, that I model, or that I see their success, and I will pull things that they do that I see that I could do that would still be me. So if you see another top coach, or any coach for that matter, doing something, you're like, you know what, that's so me, and doesn't come across salesy, because you guys, I can't tell you how many times I go on Instagram and I just want to like strangle some coaches in what they're posting. Okay. Be you. Show pictures of yourself. Show your workout space. Show your workout shoes. Show your kitchen, right? Don't show Autumn. Don't show her abs off. Like, they can go find that out for themselves. Show a picture of you and what you want, what you're doing now, and so people can see it and visualize it as themselves, because that's what you're trying to, that's the purpose of this, is that's what you're trying to share. When you are just putting canned pictures of 21 Day Fix or Tony Horton or Shaun T, and it's not you, you've lost touch with your brand, because they're following you. If they wanted to know about Autumn, they can go on her account and follow her and look at her abs and booty shorts, right? But they want to look at your abs and your booty shorts or your baggy shorts and hat, whatever it is. That's what they want. That's what your people want. Okay. So, and I'm not meaning to call you out and say, you know, that's shame on you for using them, but now you know. You're going to go back and you're not going to use any more. So everybody make a pledge with me that you are not going to go use any canned photos of stuff on your accounts. You can use the terms. You can, of course, you know, if you want to create something, you of course can do that. But just going forward, make it about yourself. Talk about, and even if it's just a little selfie, we live in a selfie world now. So take those selfies and be proud of them. And they don't have to be perfect lighting and your hair all coiffed and makeup all beautiful, or your hat on straight. You know, you could be a sweaty mess and have just rolled out of bed at 5 a.m. Nobody cares, because it's you, and that's why they're following you. That's what they want to see, is that, you know what, she rolled out of bed, has total bedhead, and probably her breath stinks, but you know what, she got her workout in and she's kicking ass for the day. I need that in my life. So I'm going to email her and find out what she's doing, and how do I be a part of what she's doing? How do I get her energy? How did she get her butt out of bed when she's got 4 kids? Because I can't get my butt out of bed, right? When I know that Trina's up at the crack of dawn, like, and I'm sitting there in my bed with hitting snooze, 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 I'm like, dang it, I got to get up. I know she's up. She's got 4 kids. I got to get my butt out of bed. Or Mandy's up, and I know she's done her workout by 5 a.m. Like, I got to get I have no excuse. It's time to get myself up. All right. So everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason. And you guys, I am so moved by all of you guys and who you are and what you have to offer, because you all have something great to offer. And we all have incredible things to offer somebody else. Even if you think that this business is saturated, it is not. It is far from it. All right. So go and make an impact on those in your community and in your network, because people need your help. They need your support. They need your guidance. They need to see that they can do it. And it's because you're doing it. All right. So thank you guys. If there's any questions, please take a moment, unmute yourself, shout it out, type it on the chat, whatever you guys need. But I hope this was beneficial to you. Was it? Give thumbs up. Smiles, nods, sweet, awesome.
Hey,
yes,
Taryn, you mentioned your social media boot camp. Is that linked on your Team FitFluence?
If you go into Team FitFluence and you just, you know, in the search box, if you type in social media boot camp, it'll pop up. You'll see the thread of the videos. So there's a playlist on my YouTube, or you can go to my YouTube and it's on there under social media boot camp. Oh, we actually, I think on the social media boot camp, we actually posted daily activities. So those are always kind of fun to go through and read too. So just go and search it.
I know you gave it to us for the New Wave training. but I
Yeah.
just want to make sure everybody accesses it.
Yep. It's on my YouTube. You can search my YouTube, Taryn Perry, or I think my handle's, well, I changed it, but it's Choose to Be Fit or Taryn Perry, and just go to my playlist, and it's a social media boot camp. And they're relatively short. I try and keep people's attention span, but just some really basic stuff, you guys, on how to hit social media and be successful with it. Because I learned a lot the wrong way. Danny, I'm so glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed it and got something out of it. So with that, you guys, I'm going to end it. It's been well over an hour, but you guys have been awesome. I appreciate those of you that shared tonight. Karen, Christine, and Dawn, and Trina, I'm looking at your eyeball, so you're sharing. And Andy, your little smile I see right there. So you guys, thanks for being in my life, and thank you for showing up tonight. And I just look forward to rocking this out with you guys. And I'm here. Anything you need, just make sure you let me know. All right? So with that, I'm signing off. You guys all have a great night.